The story opens with actress Jenna Gennaro crying out in agony. She's on the phone with someone, desperately whispering, "I can't tell anyone." Strange, large black lumps have appeared on her leg, and she's trying to cut them off herself. Suddenly, her dog starts barking. It feels like someone has broken into her house. A mysterious man attacks Jenna and kills her. Soon after, news broadcasts start circulating about her disappearance. The focus then shifts to another actress, Samantha Lake. She's gone to meet a director about a potential role. The other women who have arrived for the audition are all younger and fitter than she is. There, Samantha runs into a girl named Chloe, who's also auditioning. 10 years ago, Samantha used to babysit Chloe. Samantha heads inside, expecting a one-on-one meeting with the director, but he isn't there. The people running the audition tell her she'll have to perform just like everyone else. After the audition, Samantha goes home. She has psoriasis and takes medication for it. She sits in her bathtub and starts crying. Secretly, she had recorded the audio of the audition panel, where they said Samantha is too old, 40 years, and that the studio won't hire her. That's exactly what happens. She doesn't get the part. Instead, they suggest she lose some weight and try certain new treatments on the market. One name keeps coming up, the Shell Clinic, famous for these kinds of beauty procedures. Later, as Samantha drives home, she notices several advertisement boards for the Shell Clinic. She asks her friend Lydia about it, who says she's heard plenty about their treatments too. Sometime later, Samantha goes on a date. The guy recognizes her and says, "I've seen you before somewhere." She explains that she used to act in a popular TV show, but when he learns which show it was, he laughs and says, "Yeah, that one was terrible." During the ride back in a taxi, the guy touches her hand and notices her psoriasis scars. The moment he realizes it, he abruptly leaves. Back at home, Samantha watches an interview with Zoe Shannon, the CEO of the Shell Clinic. Zoe is 68 years old, yet looks astonishingly young. The next morning, Samantha goes to the Shell Clinic herself. As soon as she arrives, they make her sign an NDA. The co-founder, Dr. Thaddeus Brand, explains that certain organisms, like jellyfish and lobsters, never age because they produce a special enzyme. He has engineered a genetically modified version of that enzyme for human cells, claiming it can erase the signs of aging. But as Samantha heads toward the treatment room, she spots Chloe there. Nervous, she decides to leave, but a doctor named Hubert stops her, asking why she changed her mind. Samantha finds the whole situation unnerving. To reassure her, Dr. Hubert shows photos of a burn victim whose face completely healed after their therapy. He explains, "Our treatment restores skin remarkably well. It'll also cure your psoriasis." Samantha asks if it's dangerous. Hubert replies, "It's a surgical procedure, of course there are minor risks, but it's entirely painless." He promises that if she stays consistent for the next 20 years, she won't look a day older than she does today. Samantha agrees. Outside, she meets Chloe again. Chloe says she actually got the movie role from that earlier audition but can't do it because she's about to land the part of Catwoman. Samantha admits she's nervous about her treatment. Chloe smiles and reminds her, "When I was a kid, you took me to swimming lessons. I was terrified, and you told me, maybe you're not as scared as you think. I still repeat that to myself whenever I'm nervous." She now repeats the same line to calm Samantha. Encouraged, Samantha goes through with the treatment. Various laser procedures are performed on her. When it's done, the doctor tells her everything went perfectly, her psoriasis has cleared up too. She's free to go home. Overjoyed, Samantha feels reborn. She's more confident than ever. Soon she receives an invitation to Zoe Shannon's Christmas party. She starts working out harder at the gym and preparing herself. That evening, she arrives at the glamorous party. From across the room, she watches Zoe, who also notices her and walks over. Zoe says, "I wanted to meet you back at the clinic." She tells Samantha that when her mother was sick, they used to watch her show together, and she still looks exactly the same. Zoe also mentions, almost casually, that their treatment can even increase height slightly, something Samantha didn't know. During dinner, Zoe showers Samantha with attention. When Samantha tastes the food, she realizes it's made from Zoe's old skin. Zoe explains that it's very rich in protein. Samantha hesitates but keeps eating. Later, she wanders around the mansion and hears strange noises from one of the rooms. She peeks inside and finds Zoe there. Caught snooping, Samantha nervously says she needs to leave to feed her cat. But Zoe doesn't let her go. Zoe says, "I remember the first month of my treatment was the most exciting time of my life. Don't you feel that way?" Samantha says she does, but admits she's always felt like the girl with a run in her tights or food in her teeth, the one who doesn't fit in. Zoe looks at her closely and says, "I don't see any food in your teeth." She advises, "You need to get out of your head, Samantha." Then Zoe suggests she stay alone in a room and just enjoy herself. 3 months later, Samantha appears even more radiant and self-assured. She's become close friends with Zoe, spending lots of time with her. One day, Zoe confides a secret: "My real last name isn't Shannon, it's Zilt." Samantha laughs and admits, "Mine isn't real either." They both laugh together. But one afternoon, Lydia notices a small black bump on Samantha's neck. Dr. Hubert removes it and says he'll have it checked but assures her it's nothing serious. He gives her medication and his personal number in case anything happens. As Samantha leaves the clinic, she senses someone following her. When she gets home, 2 police officers arrive to question her. They ask about Chloe, who has gone missing. They say Chloe's family mentioned that she and Samantha had recently reconnected. The officers tell Samantha that if Chloe contacts her, she should notify them immediately. Samantha later tells all of this to Zoe, who replies, "They might not even be real cops, probably competitors trying to scare my clients or steal information." Samantha still pleads, "Please, find out if Chloe's okay. It'll help me feel at ease." Zoe promises she will. But soon after, Samantha notices another black bump on her wrist, and later while showering, she sees more of them across her back. Samantha hears something break in her house. She goes to check and finds wine spilled across the floor. She panics for a second, but it's only her cat knocking things over. Just then, her phone rings. It's Chloe, whispering in fear, "Something's wrong with me, and they're always watching." The next morning, Samantha's condition worsens. The black bumps are now spreading rapidly across her legs. She feels itchy, weak, and dizzy. When she goes to perform in a scene for her new role, she suddenly vomits black liquid all over her co-actor. The horrifying sight stuns everyone, even a nearby journalist gets splattered. Samantha runs to her dressing room and collapses in front of the mirror. Moments later, Zoe arrives. Samantha shows her the bumps and begs for help. Zoe calmly says, "Don't worry, we'll take care of this." She takes Samantha out of there. When they reach Zoe's luxurious apartment, Samantha learns that Dr. Hubert has been fired from the Shell Clinic. Worried, she asks Zoe about Chloe, but Zoe simply replies that she's moved to Paris. As soon as Zoe leaves the room, Samantha sneaks into the bathroom and calls those police officers. When she comes out, Zoe's standing there. "Who did you call?" she asks. Samantha nervously says, "No one." Zoe insists on checking her phone. Samantha refuses and says she wants to go to the hospital. Zoe blocks her way. "You need someone you trust right now," she says. But Samantha, trembling, replies, "I don't trust anyone anymore." Zoe's tone shifts, colder, controlling. "You're not thinking about me at all. If you walk out like this, what happens to my brand? My stock prices?" Samantha throws hot tea at Zoe's face and runs away. Her friend Lydia finds her and helps her escape. The 2 women drive off, but Samantha suddenly stops the car and insists she'll go alone to meet the police officers. However, as soon as she starts talking to them, she realizes the truth: they also work for Zoe. They tell her, "We can take you somewhere safe. We're fixing cases like yours, that's why we were looking for Chloe, too." At that exact moment, Zoe's driver pulls up outside. Samantha pretends she's going to use the bathroom, then slips out the back window and escapes. She gets into a self-driving taxi, but it's only going 25 miles per hour, which means the fake cops will catch up easily. As they try to overtake her, their car crashes into a truck, and Samantha reroutes to safety. She heads straight to Dr. Hubert's place and shows him the black lumps covering her body. The doctor looks horrified. "We don't have much time," he says. "We need to get back to the clinic." Samantha refuses. "Do it here," she pleads. Hubert gives her painkillers and prepares a chemical solution inside a bathtub. He puts a breathing mask on her and carefully lowers her in. Samantha screams in agony as her skin burns and heals at once. But the next morning, she wakes up, all the black growths are gone. Hubert brings her breakfast, apologizing. "There are so many things I didn't know," he says quietly. While eating, Samantha notices a medicine bottle on the counter with Chloe's name on it. Shocked, she confronts Hubert. He admits that Chloe came to him the same way, seeking help. During that time, they began a relationship, and he still loves her. Samantha asks what happened to her. "Did you do something to her?" Hubert hesitates. Samantha realizes Chloe is somewhere in this building. She starts shouting her name. Hubert panics and tries to stop her, so she stabs him with a pocket knife and runs. She finds a locked room. Inside it, she glimpses Chloe, who looks horrifically mutated. Terrified, Samantha steps back. When she returns, Hubert has been murdered, stabbed from behind by someone else. Samantha is knocked unconscious and kidnapped. When she wakes up, she's sitting in front of the shell company's lawyer and Dr. Thaddeus Brand. The lawyer calmly says that Chloe is safe and being treated. He reminds her that they clearly listed the potential side effects in the NDA she signed. But Samantha doesn't care. She says she's going to expose the company. At that moment, Zoe enters. "Do whatever you want," she says coldly. "But what will happen to you afterward? Your career will be finished. Your skin disease will return." They offer Samantha company shares and free lifelong treatment if she stays silent. Zoe leans forward and says, "Take the deal, Sam. Be the strong woman you were meant to be." But Samantha shakes her head. "Why should I care about looking perfect? People like you make us think beauty is everything, just to sell your brand." She calls Zoe by her real name, Zoe Zilt, and rejects the offer. Zoe smirks and signals to the guards. Moments later, Chloe is brought in. Dr. Brand explains that in Chloe's case, the lobster enzymes overpowered her human DNA, and she's now completely transformed into a monstrous lobster-like creature. They insist it's safer for her to remain confined at the clinic. But Chloe can see Samantha through the glass. Zoe, confident that the containment chamber won't break, turns away. Suddenly, Chloe smashes through the glass wall, roaring in pain and fury. She brutally kills both Dr. Brand and the lawyer. Samantha seizes the moment and runs for her life. Zoe chases her with an electric taser, hunting through the corridors. Samantha finds Lydia locked in another room and frees her. As they try to escape, Zoe's driver attacks, but Chloe appears and kills him instantly. Samantha and Lydia run again. Zoe stalks them through the hallways, shouting, "It was me who got you that movie role. No one would ever hire you after the treatment." Samantha grabs a metal bar and hits Zoe from behind. But just then, Chloe bursts in, massive and enraged. Zoe hides inside a glass chamber to protect herself. Chloe snarls, slams a lever, and activates the lasers inside the chamber. Zoe screams Samantha's name, but Samantha just watches as the lasers burn Zoe alive. Zoe dies right there. Some time later, Samantha is back on her feet, working again as an actress. She has exposed the shell clinic to the world. The company still operates, but Samantha no longer cares about society's beauty standards. She laughs easily again, even when food gets stuck in her teeth. And with that, friends, this chilling story comes to an end. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more crazy story breakdowns.